Hey, how's it going? Okay, so I'm gonna take you guys through what we need to do for those of you engaged to help build the allow list for Racer Club. So I'm gonna give you a quick intro on Racer Club, and then I'm gonna show you what we need to do. Okay, so Racer Club is a game made by Warp. Okay, this is it's going to be our mission, anyway, is to be the largest Web3 multi-community P2E racing game, and with the highest rewards on offer to players. Okay, that's the problem we're trying to solve here. Okay, so the problem is standard P2E games today, they are low in terms of their monthly rewards you get. We're going to try to make it as high as possible, and we do that by keeping the Web3 persona um, internal towards the NFT communities that join. And also, we don't utilize any new tokens or any new NFTs. They're all using the existing tokens and NFTs that the NFT collection has. Now, Racer Club will be launched in three phases. The first phase is for early access, and this is for Toastpunk Genesis NFT. Obviously, Warp created Toastpunk as well, so we're gonna provide the access early for Toastpunk and Genesis holders. However, all other NFT collections that want to trial the game can essentially rent or purchase a Toastpunk Genesis NFT and trial the game before joining. Phase two will be market access, so it will be access for those that only have a specific NFT, the Racer Club NFT. And I'll explain what that means. It's a game pack NFT, so it's not an NFT that you use in the game per se as a player, but it's a game pack NFT for collection owners, where that integrates them into the game. And then phase three is the elite access, so the best of the best players um, take part in what we call a crossover metaverse. So instead of playing in your own game, you can play in other people's games and get rewarded with their host tokens. Okay. If you think about the analogy that I like to use for Racer Club, we're in essence building a FIFA federation. So if you think about football, there's various clubs out there. There's Chelsea, Bayern Munich, Liverpool. Then you've got lower leagues as well, and you've got different countries. You've got clubs everywhere, right? And everyone takes part in this World Cup or Champions League or whatever. So that's what the crossover metaverse is. It's a big league for everyone, the best of the best. And the market access or the title series game is for everyone else to build their own clubs. Okay, so it's the aim is to have this massive multi-community racing games played by individual NFT collections to take part later in the crossover metaverse. It is massive, so therefore there's a massive fundraising activity that we're going to do, and also a Racer Club DAO that will look after everything eventually. Okay, so I'll just go through a bit. The launch plan will be we're intending to launch it. So we already started developments for titles Toastpunk Genesis Racer Club. There'll be the demo out. Hopefully, May, early June, we might see the game out already being played. Actually, is how the game would be played. So the rules are the same for every single game. It goes through a standard lobby. 8 to 15 players can join. They need to hold the NFT from that collection. And the top three gets the highest rewards. Everyone else gets rewards as well, and they get rewards in the form of their native tokens. So, for example, Toastpunk Genesis Racer Club has a token called TP Gen. That's the token that they will utilize or get rewarded with in game, and also use for the pack stores to buy things like top speed boosters, energy boosters, and things like that to participate in the game. Now, the plan is once we've run the Toastpunk Genesis Racer Club game and everyone gets excited, there will be 2,500 title series game pack NFTs. Okay, now I'll go through what these game pack NFTs are, but essentially they are like your land in your metaverse. Okay, except they're game packs, and except that they'll be much faster and quicker to actually get started. So if you were to buy a land, in any of the big metaverses today, Sandbox, Decentraland, even the latest one by Yuga Labs, the other side, you're going to be looking at easily 7 to 9 months to build your land, build your game or your property or whatever you want in that land. Um, And then on top of that, you gotta, spend the build costs, which is massive, right? So you got the land cost, you got the build cost, you got the time. Okay. The idea with Racer Club is that everyone plugs in straight away. They get, like, say, a football club, they get given a stadium. Players choose their own uniform. Same thing with this one here. Um, if a collection has 10,000 NFTs or 7,000 NFTs, they don't need to create 10,000 or 7,000 characters in the game. They only need to create um, between 8 to 15, and that's where I'll go through in the allow list in a second. 8 to 15 of their base traits. Okay, so the base characters, so something that identifies them differently. And then they can set up, individually when they start the game, individual top speeds, acceleration, etc., etc., etc. Anyhow, the plan is that we're going to invite as many NFT collections in, but we're going to have an allow list of 2,500 game packs to be sold as NFTs. Now, these NFTs, when I mean the allow list, is the collection would be the allow list. So whether it's the collection owner or whether it is the one of the holders, they can mint that NFT, but it's only limited to one per allow list collection. Okay. Once they've got that title series game pack, they can either start their own game straight away, or they can either sell it on secondary if they want to another collection. Okay, that did not get part of that allow list or missed out on the allow list. Okay, by holding that title series game pack NFT, they then can mint another 5 more NFTs. Okay, so only allowed for holders of the title series game pack NFT. Mint another 5 more NFTs, which are different racetrack levels. So level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, and level 6, and they're also limited in supply, in a total of 7,500. Now, why would one want to mint a racetrack level NFT? Is because the more levels they've got in their game, the better their game will be, because they will have more players competing for higher rewards at the higher levels. Okay, it's just like your footballs. You think about the football stadium analogy that I used before. Some football stadiums are basic. Some football stadiums have, like, various rooms and training centers and all of that. This is basically what this means. Okay, the more levels you've got, the better chance of your club to succeed better and therefore participate in the crossover metaverse for much bigger rewards. Not just your own tokens, but the R Club tokens later on. Now, back to this, what I was saying. With each of these game packs, what you get with it is also the first level, so that's already included. So that's why it's not included the second racetrack level NFT. So people don't need to actually mint these other ones, but if they want to, then by all means they can mint. They can mint everything all the way through, and then hold them, sell them on the secondary, do what they need to do to proceed further and get much bigger in the game. Now, for those that have their own artwork, as far as the races and the tracks is concerned, because that's what's needed to be created to create the game. Everything else is per the settings control panel. They can either use their own designers, 3D designers, or they can use our 3D designers from the Racer Club Creators Marketplace. Now, if collections don't have tokens, so a lot of collections, NFT collections, have the NFTs, but they don't have tokens. A very, very easy one is the to set up straight away, and also beneficial to their collection, is the NFTX Vault. Now, NFTX Vault, I'm going to show you right now. NFTXVault.io is a very, very simple to set up. In fact, not just the holder, but anyone can set up an NFTX Vault, and anyone that holds an NFT from that collection can set it up. And right now you will see that in the NFTX Vault, there's big guys in here. There's CryptoPunks with the Punk token. There's Milady with Milady token. There's Doodles with Doodle token. There's World of Woman with World of Woman WoW token. There's Mutant Ape Yacht Club with MAYC token. Cool Cats, etc., etc. You name it. Every big guy is here. And there's, like, I think 450 plus right now in total. And it just helps each and every collection go through. So the cool stuff about NFTX, I just mentioned a little bit about it, is that when you go through you can actually go to the vault and buy any of these CryptoPunks for this price, and you can sell to the vault if you got a CryptoPunk and actually get liquidation out straight away of it from the pool, but you get lesser amount of money. You can swap with it, you can earn and stake from it as well, etc. Okay, all of it's controlled by a sushi swap, their token. So everything's got their own internal contracts, but someone can actually go in and buy from Sushi Swap a punk token and earn a fractional ownership of a punk right now. So this is where the in-game token comes in, native token comes in really well, because CryptoPunks will be playing their own game. Say, for example, they start one up, and their holders would own punk tokens. However, later in the crossover metaverse, for example, if you're coming from another collection, you can actually jump into CryptoPunks Racer Club and get rewarded with punk tokens. So you kind of like be a fractional owner of CryptoPunks as well. So that's the cool stuff about the metaverse. Now, the roadmap we have planned is, right now we've got the initial game developments happening. We've got, we're launching the beta for Toastpunk Genesis Racer Club, and then we're gonna aim for the Allowlist drop of 2,500 in phase 2. Now, I'm not gonna go through too much detail on this here. I would like, you guys to actually, go through the actual white paper yourself and have a look. But some of the key things I'm gonna show you is this. So, races, we've set it up for phase 1, which is Toastpunk Genesis Racer Club. So racers will set up their own top speed, acceleration, handling, strength, and health. Energy, and the energy would be will drop every game they play, because it's 1 energy per game, and they need to replenish that in the pack store. So they go and buy packs, energy packs, to boost their energy so they can play more. And there'll be a marketplace as well where you can sell, buy, and this is pretty cool, rent. You can rent your NFT. So those that don't want to play the game can also rent it to other people there. Once again, the 5% fees that come with this here actually doesn't go to Racer Club, but it goes to the tokenomics of the game. So it goes through the whole tokenomics of the game. For example, Toastpunk Genesis Racer Club tokenomics has been set this way. So every pack purchase bought, and all the fees from the marketplace goes to 100% here, and 50% goes for the in-game rewards of the game. That's for Toastpunk Genesis Racer Club. So the players get rewarded this. Then the mode. But by the way, when they win their tokens, it gets auto staked for 7 days, and this is where the staking rewards come in. Then each collection will have, potentially their own DAO or their owner or their holder or their community or whatever they want to do. We've set it up in Toastpunk Genesis where the Toastpunk OG DAO gets 15% reserved for them in the pool. We also allowed for 15% marketing and dev spend, and this is based on Toastpunk themselves spending it. And then 5% is reserved for Racer Club royalties, which will form part of the DAO treasury later on. Anyhow. Lots of things you can read yourself here. But one of the other things I want to highlight as well is the Racer XP and the Game XP. So everyone that starts a game needs to create a Racer Club account, which is universal throughout the whole ecosystem of Racer Club, and you will save all these settings. Now, quite importantly is this. Each NFT that gets used in the game that belongs to that collection for that particular title series, they get to level themselves up. And the way they level themselves up, and what's the benefit of leveling themselves up is basically when they level themselves up via the collection of enough XP they get, okay, this level 2 racer or this level 2 NFT will then be able to take advantage of this massive airdrop that will happen of R Club tokens when we launch. Okay, so because from the 1 billion supply of R Club tokens, 300 million goes out to the level 2 or higher NFTs. Okay, so they need to be active in the game, and they can immediately get these tokens, and it unlocks straight away. So now, what is the value of 300 million? Essentially, we are going for a massive raise in the fundraise round 2. Estimating around $50 to $100 million in terms of the initial raise, which will then put the value of each token about $1. So this is about potentially $300 million in tokens to be claimed by Racer Club level 2 or higher NFTs. And these are all the players, right? So all the players from all the 2,500 title series games. Okay. Now let me just highlight something else. So we've got two major funding rounds. The first round of funding, which is what this Allowlist will be focused at, will be the supply of the title series game NFT. So we will have an Allowlist that only that particular. So It's a allow list of the collection. So I'll show you here anyway. This is what we started to build slowly. So we've got all the different collection names. We've got the collection address. So this is the address of the collection, not the founder's wallet or anything like that. It's the actual collection's address, the contract address of the collection. And then what we'll do is any holder of this particular NFT. So it could be the founder themselves. It could be one of the community members. It could be whatever. Okay, they will be allowed to mint the title series game NFT pack. Okay. Um, and yeah, so you'll see that, potentially in Milady, if it goes out there, there'll be out of 2,700 people, there'll be definitely one would want to mint this year for the benefit of their own utility, for their own collection, to be part of the Racer Club series. Okay. Now the job entailed is essentially to build this, okay, so get this through. So the way we'll do this is obviously going out in the market looking for collections that are suitable to fit within the Racer Club ecosystem, and we just keep building it, keep building all the way through. So things you need to do is, collection name that you grab them from OpenSea, token if they have one. So I think this particular person that is going through it right now is going through NFTX to search one by one various collections that could be used. They're getting the collection address from OpenSea. Then they're putting the NFTX vault address, which is basically, say for example, if we choose one of these here, it'll be the info page. That'll be the vault address. Then the OpenSea address of that collection. That's nice and easy. You know how to do that. And then they'll select a property which is related to potentially the main trait of that collection to form the 15 base races. Okay. So how it works with this one here is this. It's quite simple. Say let's take Milady for example. Okay, I'm going to use one example so you can know how to select them properly. So let's take Milady for example. And in the Milady collection, and you can do further research as well on their, I guess, their website and their Discord, or if you know them are as well really cool. But what you do is you look at the properties here. The general stuff, hat, height, you don't use all of that. That's all general. You need to find a trait which is like the base one. Sometimes it could be the background, but background there's just too many at 16. Core is 15. So these are all different types of characters in their collection. Okay, so this is perfect to use. This is what we'll be using for the 3D rendering, and which is what we have done. Okay, so as a sample for this particular collection. So I would use core and I would stipulate 15, and that's what this person here has done, core and 15. Okay, similar to other things out there. I know this person's repairing a few things right now, but yeah, we need to select between 8 to 15 as what the suitable 3D rendering is going to be. I might even show you some examples on how we can select that. Let's go to 3D assets. Okay, so here's some examples of, so that's the Toastpunk Genesis one. We took the 10 different 10 different characters in the Toastpunk Genesis collection and used them as 10 races. So it'll be 10 races at the end. And then here's example, Milady Maker. Then you've got Booze Bears, who has, based on the bear base, we've done them as well. World of Woman based on skin tone. They got different. They got, I think, 14 total skin tones, so we can make each of them come out as races. Because purple, you got Night Goddess. All of them is purple, so it's nice and easy. The Cool Cats one has Exotic 2. They've got, I think, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 6 or 7 of them or something. Meebits has about 7 of them as well. So that's how you select the different types of base characters. And maybe I'll give an example here. So, for example, this is the Booze Bears one that we did. Let me bring this across. Actually, I'll go to my tweets so you can see my tweets. I did a recent one. Okay, Twitter on Bears. Sorry, Twitter. Okay, on Toastpunk. And if you look at this here, so if you look at this here. That's one of the characters we've got from Booze Bear. So we took it from the bear base. Okay, so if you go to Booze Bears, there is a bear base. It's got Booze Bears. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to take too long. It's about 20 minutes. Let's just go quickly on this here. So if you look at the left side, there is a bear base of 15 different bears. They got the black growl, the brown growl, etc., etc. Okay, so what we did was we took one of those, which is the brown silly one. Okay, so their face is coming out with a bit of tongue, and we have managed then to make it into a 3D rendering. Can you see with the tongue coming out? Now this is a baby version. I think we're going to enhance it a bit more to become an adult version of it. But yeah, that's pretty much how we would want to attach the trait element to it. Okay, so right now we are in the building stage of getting the allow list done. Now if they don't have tokens, that's fine as well. We put them in there. If there's suitable kind of collections that are sold out that are useful to be in this allow list, then that's what we got to do. Okay, so this is what we got. What you guys got to do if you want to get it done. I would say read through the whole white paper, check out the launch plan, check out what we got going on. Um, Bottom line is this is going to be, I think, if we pull off all the right parts to it, it's going to be one of these biggest. It's going to be bigger than NFT Worlds, as far as the launch is concerned. The raise, the mode, and what we want to do. It's just going to be massive. It's going to be one of the biggest games ever. So yeah, quite importantly, the allow list to us is important for now. We've got to go through a full marketing exercise of a proper launch pad for this game. So don't leak anything out here. This is just for our own internal info right now. And yes, if you got any questions, feel free to message me and I will get it sorted for you. Thank you very much again, and best of luck.